Hey guys, it's Princess Luna 20 AJ here, and before the video starts, come join me in Discord for awesome weekly giveaways and a chance to record with me. Links are in the description. Come buddy me on Animal Jam, you already know my username, and send me a gemogram for one back. On to the video. Hey guys, it's Princess Luna 20 AJ here, and today we have a den decorating video for you guys. I realize it's a really hard thing to do in Animal Jam to make a really aesthetic den, but I've got 5 simple, easy steps that will influence you to create a beautiful den overall. And while I appreciate this is harder for non-members because they have a limitation on what they can buy, and of course broken sets, I've made sure these also apply to them, and I have an example for both non-member and member at the end of this video. The first step I don't even consider a step, it's something we all should already have, and it's really easily attained. It's basically to have gems. Sounds ridiculous, but it makes sense. The more gems you have, the more likely you are to spend them or feel less intimidated to spend them at least. And a wider range of den items that you can buy is better than having a limited one. The next step is really important. It's to pick a theme. What a theme will do is help you get into the mindset of narrowing down den items. We all have den items that we really like, but some of them just don't work well together, and because we like them so much, we still want to put them all into one den. This doesn't always look the greatest, especially if the color palette is all over the place. If you don't understand what I'm talking about in terms of color palette, you can always search this up. It's just a color wheel theories and all those terms. It's something we do in art, and as an artist I understand it a lot better. A theme also helps you tie everything together into one bracket so that everything flows cohesively. You want things to flow instead of having a mishmash of random den items. This really works well for roleplay kind of styled dens, because then you can match a room by theme rather than the entire den by theme. For example, one room the kitchen, one room a bedroom. Of course, if you're non-member, you have this one room, this one space in whatever den you buy, which is a lot harder to decorate. The easiest theme for non-members, especially with the den they can buy, is probably restaurants or a house, possibly spring, depending on what den items you already accumulated. The third step is to shop till you drop, basically. Don't be afraid to spend a lot more than you think you should, because 10 den items are better than just 4. So go for it. Just spend whatever you think you like, whatever you think will work well, and always link it back to the theme. For my theme, for the member version, I had a cabin and the winter outside, and I used the winter house den for this. While I was shopping, I always looked for a natural color palette or wooden items. After that, I have a 3.4 step, the one in between 3 and 4, 3.5 I should say, and that's just to sketch a layout of the den briefly, and then sketch in little rough shapes of where I think I want to put stuff. This can be arranged easily later on if you look at it and go, it's not really what I thought it would be like. So don't worry about this too much. It's just to help me get in perspective of this and how I want to lay everything out into a nice composition. Again, this is something as an artist I think about all the time, so don't worry. If you're one of those people who'd rather just place it in and then move it around, go for it. Step 4 is pretty simple. It's considering the wallpaper and the flooring, and if you remember, again, the music. These things are accents to your den. They help tie everything together in the end. You'll notice this can really affect the den's overall appearance. If you decorated your den now to this theme and you did all these steps and then you changed the wallpaper and the flooring to something completely random, you'll notice it doesn't match or work as well, and it doesn't look great at all. It's really important. The music is also something that the jammer will first hear, or see rather. It's hard to explain. It's the first thing someone will notice. Step 5 is probably everyone's favourite, unless you're really against decorating. It's designing your den. The first thing you want to consider is rooms, especially if you have bigger dens like the Crystal Palace or the Sky Kingdom. You definitely want to make sure you know what each room is going to be. Bigger dens are also more useful for family role plays in Animal Jam. You can assign many different bedrooms, you can have one great big kitchen depending on whatever den you're choosing, but they can also make really aesthetic showcases of whatever you want. For example, plushies, claw machines, shops. Designing is really a huge process and everyone undergoes it and learns slowly by doing it. The more you do this and repeat this, the better you'll get, trust me, although it doesn't seem like it now. Like I said, I did a member and a non-member version for this. Here I can show you the member version. Here's the winter den, and then I had the harsh winter outside and the activities that you might do in it, like sledding or setting up a nice warm cozy camp. And then inside was a cozy cabin. I imagine like a mountain cabin maybe, or just something desolate. And inside is really warm, nice and cozy. I'm not the best at den decorating myself, but this is a lot better than what I usually do, and it's down to these 5 steps. So I'm really glad that I have followed these through. I might rearrange some things later on if I see it looking well or better in that scenario, but for now I think I'll leave it. And then here I also have the non-member version. All of these things are non-member items that I have from when I was a non-member. I made sure of that, and also the den is of course the standard non-member den that everyone starts with. And I've just decorated it to a spring theme. And then a messy kind of house inside. I kind of thought that the bedroom would be less messy, and then the bigger section, maybe they're artistic and they have a mess sprawled across everywhere. Of course, I hope these have helped you though. If they have, please like and subscribe or share this and join my Discord below. That being said, stay pawesome and stay fantabulous, jammers.